Welcome to Read2skill library. This is Maxwell and this is a Read2skill video. I want to share a few things to encourage my sponsored learners to achieve total success. By total success, I mean they complete their courses. We are in cohort 5 and it is my aim to ensure that majority of my learners, if not all, complete their courses. That said, let's get into it. I have listed few factors that prevent sponsored learners from completing their courses. If you're a sponsored learner, you should be aware to detect when they show up so that you can deal with them. But before we get into it, please click on the subscription button below this video to subscribe. If you have done that already, thank you. If you haven't, please subscribe to support my channel. Now, let's get into it. One of the reasons is people abandon their goals. That is, they forget why they applied for the scholarship or even forget why they enrolled in the course that they have selected. And when you forget your goal, it is likely you will abandon the course that you are even reading. So that is one. Two, frustrations. Usually it comes from your futile effort to achieve a certain goal. And in this project, usually it is from problems of enrolling. Like when we start, sometimes learners have challenges enrolling in a course or maybe solving a certain problem or maybe failing quizzes several times. It happens to a lot of Coursera learners. And so they get frustrated and they get discouraged. Then they stop and abandon the project. The next one is a busy schedule. There are a lot of activities that are competing with your online studies. For example, we have students, tertiary students who have academic activities, quizzes, project works, exercises, exams. All these things are competing with their studies online in this project. We have workers or professionals who also have workload in a day and they are competing with them. You can imagine a lecturer. We have lecturers in this project. You know the workload of a lecturer. So all these things, they compete with their schedules. Parent. So people have busy schedules and they compete with their online studies, and then in the end they abandon the project. Lack of internet access. Internet access is one of the criteria that we look at before we give you the scholarship. If you don't have internet access, you will never receive scholarship. That is, if you tick it on the application form. But maybe after having your scholarship, after receiving your scholarship, along the line, you will lose access to internet. For example, you may lose your smartphone or your computer. You may have poor internet connectivity or probably data issues. Mostly, on my side, it is losing in smart device or maybe poor internet connectivity, but it's only one time that somebody was complaining of internet data. Yeah. So these things, when you lose access to the internet or the smartphone and all that, they may prevent you from completing your course. Blur focus. If you are not sure of what to do in your day, or if you are not sure of which course to enroll, some of you enroll in a lot of courses and you cannot focus on one, and by the end of the scholarship you have been learning all right, but you didn't complete any course. But the bottom line is to complete your courses. And then there are other reasons, like somebody will be taken ill, somebody will be sick in the course of it, and will not be able to come back to the courses. Aside that, I don't know the other reasons, and here I want you to leave them in the comments below. If there are other reasons that you think prevent learners or maybe you from completing your course, I want you to leave it in the comments below, because we want this to be interactive. I learn from you, I get to know what is really happening with you, and I know what to do. We both sit down and then we decide on what can be helpful. Now, let me chip in this. It's very important. These reasons are genuine. These factors or these things that I've listed here, they are genuine reasons. It's not like you are intentionally abandoning your courses or you are intentionally not completing your courses. Nobody is lazy. I know my learners, none of them is lazy. That I have received the course, I have received the license, and I will not go and learn. I'm lazy. No, none of them lazy. I chat with them. Everybody is busy and like they are doing something. So I brought this up not to convict you, but to let you know and be aware that these things are there. These are things that I have observed over a 3 years period, and I know that it is preventing learners from completing their courses. However, I want you to be aware of them so that when they come or when you see them cropping up, you will start dealing with them, or you will detect and you start dealing with them. That is why I've listed few suggestions that we can apply. The reason is we have a deadline, so we cannot afford to let these genuine reasons prevent us from completing our courses. The first one is that if your issue or if the factor that is preventing you from completing your course is you have abandoned the goal for whatever reason, just take a moment, especially that you are watching this video, just take a moment and think of why you applied for the scholarship in the first place. Think of why you enrolled in a certain course. Do you really need that certificate? Do you really need the knowledge and the skills? Do you want them? Just ponder on it for, let's say, a minute to two, and if you think that is what you want, then you get back on track. If frustration is preventing you from completing your courses, we want you to be patient. First, be patient and relentlessly seek help from the WhatsApp support group. So if you are not part of the WhatsApp support group, just send a message to your coordinator, because some of the problems that you are facing, there are experienced learners who have faced them already and they have solved it. So you cannot afford to keep them to yourselves, be frustrated, and then not achieve success in this project. Your coordinator is also there to support you. So send messages to them. Just be relentless. Now, sometimes people feel, or some learners feel, that if they contact the coordinator, they are worrying or they are disturbing the coordinator. You are not. You're actually helping the coordinator to do the job, because it is every coordinator's responsibility to make sure that you as a learner achieve success. If you achieve success, it's a plus for the coordinator. So send them messages, seek for help, be relentless until they support you. Busy schedules. Everybody is busy. It is good to be busy. The suggestion I have for you is that just make sure that when you are planning your schedules in a day, fix in your online study as part of your busy schedule. It's a matter of priority. So for example, you can give a reason that maybe somebody calls you, oh, I am busy because I'm actually learning online, going through my Coursera courses. So just fix your online study as part of your busy schedule. Lack of internet access. This comes from maybe losing your computer or your your smartphone. The suggestion that we make is just change your ISP. If your internet is not good, you have poor internet connectivity, just change it. If it is MTN that is disturbing you, move to Vodafone. If it is Vodafone that is disturbing you, go to MTN, or maybe there are other internet service providers. It depends on the area that you are. Or you can visit a neighbor cafe. That's if you have lost your computer or smartphone and you are now using YAM, what we call YAM. You can just go to the cafe and be taking your courses there. Also, you can visit the nearby regional library. Some of the branches of the Ghana Library Authority have computers with internet access, which is given free for learners, so you can take advantage of that. If you have enrolled in a lot of courses and you cannot focus on one to complete it, and because of that, you know that when the scholarship expires, you may not even have one certificate, or you may not be able to complete even one, and that is where you'll be asking for extension. Please, right now, if you are watching this video, I want you to ignore all the other courses, focus on one of them and complete it, so that when the scholarship expires, at least you will have something solid, or you will have a completed course with a certificate to put into your CV. So these are my suggestions, and I strongly believe you also have other suggestions. I want you to leave them in the comments below, and then we learn from you. We use it to suggest to other people. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.